Hi everyone, this is Vishal Tiwari and my mail ID is visualsoft at gmail.com. For any further communication or discussion or any queries, you could write me on this mail ID. Uh, Today we are going to see group and footer summary in Quantum Grid, that is CX Grid. So as you are seeing here, this is the CX Grid. This is a banded table view grid. It's not a DB, but it's a simple banded table view. So what we have done here is I have taken uh, three bands. The main band is salary details. Then under that main salary detail band, there are two sub bands. One is the employee details band, and another one is the component details band. Under employee details, we have, as you are seeing here, three columns: year, month, employee code, employee name, and in the component details, basic, DA, HRA, and gross income. That is nothing but the summation of these three columns. Okay. Now, as you are seeing here, the year month is for 3 months. That is 2013-02, three records, 13-03, three records, and 13-04, three records. And they are for the same employees, employee 1, 2, and 3, as you could see here. So, as you are seeing here, this is the summary, footer summary. This is what is called as a footer summary in Quantum Grid. So first we'll be drawing this footer summary like this. So this is what is a footer summary. Now group summary. Now what is a group summary? So before that, footer summary means this will be, as you are seeing, three records, three records, three records. They are grouped by year month. As you see, for the same year month, three employees, same year month, three employees, same year month, three employees. So this is what you are seeing here. Now first our aim would be to get this view. After that, then we have to just group by year month and display the same data. Now here you are seeing the footer summary. Now after that, we will be displaying footer summary as well as group summary as well. Means, say for example, for year 2013-02, for all three employees we will be displaying summation of basic, DA, HRA. So in Quantum Grid, when we talk about summary, there are five types of operations you could do it. One is a minimum, maximum. Second one is a summation, then average, and then count. If you don't want to perform any operation, then there is a none. One option is also there. So this will be our final motto to display this view. So before that, what we would start to do is we have taken one form here, and so just give name to this form. As caption will be giving group and footer summary. This is what. So the name we would like to give here as it is FRM group and footer summary. Same way. Now we will be saving this form. Save this form. So instead of unit 1, we would be giving group and footer summary unit. We saved this. Save the project as well. So just give the name here PRJ groups and footer summary. Now, so for that, we'll be taking first grid. Click here. As you see, if you click here, you can see this is TCX DB table view. Right click here, say delete view. Again, right click on the CX grid level, create view, and select banded table. So we have taken banded table. So there are 6 views we have seen. So out of that we have taken banded. It's not a DB banded, it's a simple banded table view. So click on the customize. We need to have 3 bands, as you could see here, band 3. So the name we will be giving respectively as salary details. It is a caption. Then employee details. and then component details. Now if you see here, all the three bands are created, but they are in the same row. What we need to do, we need to put these two band under salary band. So select these two band, and then the position part you can click here, the band index. So you could select salary detail. Now you see here, we have already covered the fundamentals of CX grid and some other features in my previous webinar. So if you search for the quantum grid, overview of quantum grid and overview of banded table view, so you could get all these features in that webinar. All fundamentals are covered already there. Close this like this. We'll be displaying the forms like this. Okay. Now take two buttons. Button 1, button 2. So just give the respective name to this. BTN close. Now you can just give the caption here. Make it as a hotkey. And here you could give under a display summary. And we could give the same name, BTN. Right. Now what we would be doing here, we'll be making their anchor property false, false, true, true. Because what would happen now, even if you change the form position, they will be moving here and there. If you do like this, they will go like this. Fine. We have saved now this. Now what we need to do is we need to have one connection component, database connection component, and one is a dataset component to fetch the data. So for this webinar I am using Firebird database because it's easy to do setup and all this stuff. So I'm using Firebird database, and to connect to Firebird database I am using IB objects component. So here I would be explaining them. Just go to IB core palette and you could select IB connection component, place here, and you need to have dataset. So IBO query component, you can just put it here. So now for the database, if you see a project, one second, I just need to gather the information. So the path is F Delphi projects database. So from this database I need to capture this path. What I would be doing is just copying this entire path, and database name I will be putting here slash, and then again Abhijit SQL DB dot FDB, nothing but Firebird database. It is a case insensitive. Make sure when you are coming to this F, sometimes the colon is already given here by default, or not every time, but sometimes it comes when you copy paste. Make sure that you remove this one, give proper path, and then you need to specify username. SysDB is a default user, and the password is master key. If you wish, you could check it, change it, and just make it password storage as a PS not secure. protocol, either you could leave it local or keep it TCP IP as well, and that's it. Just check it. Oh no, see, you are getting this error because you see here automatically the colon has come. You need to remove this colon and now say connect. True. So it has been connected now. So this connection, we can make it dynamically. So for time being, just keep it as a false or let it be, just to check with query component as well. So for the query component, before going to query component, we will be just looking our database. So what are the tables we are going to use? For time being, let it be hidden. We are using two tables. One is employee master, another one is the transaction master. So just see what are the details in the employee master. I would be sharing this database schema and the insert statement as well, so you can just copy paste it, and the code snippet also I'll be providing here, so you can copy that zip file and use it. So I'm using Delphi 5 for time being, and the Firebird as a database. But whatever the quantum grid version you are having, you can work with that, and whatever the Delphi version you are having. So we have here employee code, employee name. These two columns we would be considering. Branch code, division code, we are not going to use it. I created for some other purpose. Now for the transaction master, financial year we are not going to consider. Only two columns. Year, month and employee code we will be considering. Branch code, division code, these four columns are also not considering. These four columns: basic, DA, HRA and gross income. Now these two tables, we would like to display the data from these two tables. So I have already prepared one SQL. It's a transaction master alias is A, employee master alias is B. So for only employee name, we would be taking from employee master. Remaining all columns, we will be taking from transaction master table. So join we are making on employee code. Condition we have given, and order by we are specifying here because it would be very easy and faster to display our data. It's not necessary you should be writing, but it's good practice if you just index your column data. So sorting will be faster. Now if you just right click and just say execute selected. So this data exactly as you are seeing in the Word file also. You could see here 9 records, total 9 records. So we'll copy this SQL and put it down in our query component, SQL property. Say OK. Now IB connection component we need to assign here this one, and just say try activity is equal to true. Yes, it's working, but make it false purposefully. So again come here and try to make this connected is equal to false. So what we'll be doing, first close related code we'll be writing here, closing the application on close button. Now select the form and on close event, you see here action 1 parameter. So we could specify action is equal to CA free, means when we are saying closing, the form needs to be freed. Now the main code starts here, display summary. So double click here and just put try finally block. So when we are filling the data, the screen cursor needs to be in hourglass. So screen dot cursor, we can just say is equal to CR hourglass. And once, even though whether it is a error or something has happened or successfully, if it is done, then also what we will be doing, be making CR default. It's good practice. Now as we said, the connection component we would be specifying activating dynamically. So the name will be copying. Make sure you are specifying database connection component, database path. Doesn't matter what database you use, anyhow you need to know how to connect to your database and fetch the data inside the dataset, that is query component in our case. Dot I would be saying active, sorry, connected is equal to false. Sorry, it's connected, yes. So what happened? Connected, yes, connected is equal to false. Why false? Because if someone clicking on the display summary button all the time, so it needs to be closed and reopened again. We can say here, make it a little bit bigger and put the comments. So we will be putting some comments, so you will be understanding what is happening. So just put the comment over here saying that make database connection, or you could say activate database connection, like that. Now we need to activate the data set as well. So just you can say activate data set. Now take the query component name and just say active is equal to false dot prepared. So what does prepared means? Even if somebody is clicking multiple times on the button, so what would happen is that since the plan is all prepared work first, every time when you are clicking on the button, so the SQL plan will not be created again and again, so it will save the time. So prepared is equal to true, so long as you are not closing the application, and then you will be activating that one. Okay, now the basic necessity we have done already here. So what we can do is that we need to display some columns, as you see here. We'll go in the beginning. First three columns we need to display here, and then remaining columns we need to display here. So we should know these remaining columns position, from how many positions we are going to do it. So the column position, column index always starts with 0 in the data set, also in the grid also. So 0, 1, 2. After that we will be doing all the summary related operations. So we can declare one variable of type integer. You could call it upon I column count for band, like I column count for band, which is of type integer. Okay, now what we would be doing, we would be getting the name of the view. Just remove one, doesn't matter, but it looks good from here. So we will be using with do. So what does it means? We will be avoiding repetition of this grid view name all the time. So that's why we have done. Now what we would be doing, we need to specify some grid property here, grid view property. So what we need to do, options view dot footer is equal to true, means this footer needs to be displayed. So that's why we need to do it that one. So I think we can try it at design time as well. You can see here options view, say that footer is equal to true. See, this footer is coming here, and then group footer. If you see here, if the group footer property is group gf invisible, so we need to have it always visible. So just copy this, put it back to the original, and footer also false because we are making dynamically. So I'll be just copying that property here. So I would be saying options view dot footer. So the property is a boolean, so you can say true. Again options view. So what does it mean is that cx grid banded table view, this is a view name dot this like this. Then you can say group footers. So the group footers, how they are should be, it should be gf means group footers always visible. This is what. So set grid view properties like this, you can say. Now what we are going to do here is we can say here do summary operations. Now what does it mean? Group summary, and you could say footer summary. These two operations, but we'll be doing footer summary first and then group summary because it will be easy after that. Okay, now what we'll be doing here is the grid in the beginning. We need to set the record count of the grid should be 0. Why? Because when somebody is clicking on this button first time, the records are already there. Again somebody clicking, the record will be added if we are not setting to 0. So that we need to do it here. Then how we could do it? It's a grid view dot data controller dot record count, we need to specify is equal to 0, initializing some values here. And again we need to clear all the columns. So clear items means columns, you could say. So you could find items as well as columns, these two naming conventions, so both are same. Now what we need to do, we need to do some work for the column. Now since record count we have initialized 0, now we need to create columns like this, and while creating the columns we need to give the captions to those columns as well. So how we could do it here, and when we are giving the captions we need to give the respective band index to them also. So this main work we need to do it. This is initialization part. Now what we need to do, you can say create columns like this. So for creating column we need to have the loop. So what we could do here is again give I count, it's an integer, I count is equal to 0 2. So how do we know how many columns we have? Dot field count minus 1, because it's starting with 0. So here what we need to do is we need to say as create columns. One column when we are creating, for the same column what we would be doing, we would be giving the caption name. So columns as you could see here, it requires index, so we will be giving I count dot caption. So we can just take this part, take dot fields of again I count, which column in the data set, dot we could say here, I'm sorry, we could say here field name. There is a display name property is also there, but if you have given your database column data table column name in the database with underscore, so display name property of this data set like this, if you see here, this display name property here, this one, so that underscore won't be displayed. So we are taking field name, we have not given, but for safety purpose we are using. Now we need to specify the position of the column. So if the column count, that is loop count, is 0 1 and 2, then the position should be band 1. This is band 0, this is 1, this is 2. So we need to give the condition. So if we could say I column count is less than or equal to, as we have seen one variable we declared here, band, but we have not initialized that one. So I think we need to initialize also. I can initialize here, or you can say here as well, 2. Column count for band. Then what needs to happen here? So then we need to specify the column's position, the current column position. So here you could say columns of I count dot position dot band index. So we will be making hard coding to 1. If it is not more than that, then it has to be 2. Okay, now this part we have done here successfully, creating columns. This part is done. So you can say specify column position in the band. This part is done. Now what we need to do here is now footer we need to create here. But the thing is, before going for the footer, what we would be doing here, we need to fill the, now the column has been done, created. Now we need to fill the records, that is rows, we need to fill it. So we need to write it down here, fill records in the grid. So we'll be writing while, before while, data set will be copying here, dot first. Okay, now we'll be writing while not EOF do. And then we need to say next, this part. Now we need to append the record before we could fill the record. So just say data controller dot append record. Now the record, one blank record has been appended here. Now we need to know the latest record index. So how do we know? So for that we need to have one variable called iCurrent record index. So you could say iCurrent record index. So why it will be useful, I would be letting you know. So how you will be knowing? When we are adding one record inside the grid, say for example, when we are adding a blank record inside the grid, the record count is 1, but the record index in the grid is 0. So for that, we need to make sure that which is the current index. Sorry, we need to declare this variable first. And now you could say here record count -1, because index is always less than 1 by the record count. If you have, oops, sorry, okay. If you have record, say for example 100, so your index will be 99 for the last record. Now we need to fill the data inside the grid. Now to make it inserting data in the grid fastly, we need to write some special code. Try finally end. I will be letting you know why. So just copy this data controller, say begin full update, and then finally end full update. So whatever the code you are writing, inserting code writing here, insertion of data into the grid, this will make it faster. This end full update we have put into the finally, because if any abnormally the code is getting aborted, so then what would happen? Grid will behave very abnormally. So to make sure that whether it is error or not, the end full update has to be executed. So now what we will be doing, we will be filling the data for the every column in the current record. That is, when we are saying this is our current record, we'll be filling for all the columns. So one more loop will be required here. So we can say for, we could actually copy this code from here and just say all the field count and then say end for it, like this. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to fill the data. So data controller dot values. So you see here, first is the record index, that is row index is needed, and then item index, that is column index. So the current record index we have taken, this is for that purpose. So the values square bracket column this. So we can fill the data here. Just copy everything. Instead of field name, we'll be putting as a value. This works fine, but generally sometimes what happen, you get some invalid variant type of conversion error. So for the safer side, just say var to string. So when we are inserting data, we'll be making as a data type to the string. Now since we are making data type to the string in the grid, we need to make sure that these are the float variables, real type of variables. So we need to make sure if the data type of the column inside the data set, if it is integer or BCD, then we need to assign the respective data type to the column inside the grid also. So for this column also we need to specify the data type. So how we'll be doing, we'll be writing here one case statement and just saying that if the particular column's data type is of, say for example, you could say ft integer, because in the data set it is always ft integer for integer because it derived from t data set of Delphi. If it is integer, then what has to happen? If it is BCD, BCD means floating point something, what needs to happen? So what you can see here is that for the, as we have what we are doing here, checking the data type of the data set, data type of the column in the data set, and assigning the respective data type to the column inside the grid. So what we need to do, if it is ft integer, then for the current column dot, what you need to say here is data binding dot the value type class, this value type class. Now this, what is a value type class? Just click anywhere inside this and press F1. So you can see here, this is a value type class. So what it is, a type of TCX value type class. Click here. You need to copy this CX data storage. So Delphi will understand what is exactly it is. So it's declared inside this unit. So we need to copy that one. And what we need to do, just go here and just say specify here. That's it. Sorry. Fine. Now the class is equal to, what are the values? I think the values we forgot to copy from there. Again press F1, click there. You can see here what is the field type and what is the associated. So for ft integer, as you could see here, we need to copy this t6 integer value type, put it here, and same for the BCD, we need to do it. So just see here, so BCD and currency here, copy and just put it here. Okay, now we need to say here end for the case statement. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to add the summary part for this. Now when we are saying the summary part, so what we can do, so first footer summary we will be doing here. So for the footer summary, what we need to do, We need to just say here data controller dot summary dot footer summary. I'm sorry, footer summary items. We need to just say and just say add. So the footer summary items would be added here. Now if you see here, the we are adding that one footer summary items for everything here. So that item will be created here, but so long as you are not linking, once we are creating the item here, we need to link with the column, because we are creating items for the footer summary inside this footer summary. So Delphi should know that this item is should be linked to which column, this column, this column, or this column. So we need to specify that. Specification we'll be doing later, but if you are not specifying that one, you could not see here as it is. If you are seeing now, what we need to do, we need to link that one. I'm sorry. Now the footer summary we have added here. So, and this footer summary, as we are seeing here, needs to be displayed only for column after index 2, 0, 1, 2. So after index 2, we need to start linking to the columns like this. So we need to put the condition over there saying that we can just say here create footer group and footer summary, because both we are going to create here. Group summary item and footer summary item. But in the beginning we'll be doing footer summary, so after that group summary creation will be faster. So we just need to put the condition saying that if the current column count if is greater than um, uh, now the column band we have specified here, this I count, I column count for band, then only what needs to happen is just put it inside the bracket, so easy to identify as a condition. Just say begin, just say end, and all the codes would be coming here. So what we need to do here is that as you see here, this is a column, this column should come to the right, column value needs to come to right hand side, since these are the numeric values. The string value should come to left, as well as if you see here, footer value should also come to the right hand side. So we'll be specifying that one. I think one more thing I forgot to do here is we need to have repository item. So why that repository item is needed, because we need to specify it's, if you see here 0, 0.00, 0.00, so whatever the value you are having in your database, if the dot double zero is not there, so we can specify that format, and we can also specify to the right hand side for the column values, not for the footer. So repository item we are taking for column values. So if you see here, this edit repository, put it here, double click on it, click on add, and just say currency edit, click, press F11 key, oh sorry, add it, select here, press F11 key, give the name, short name, currency CURR edit. That's it. Now the property we need to specify, decimal places are already here too. Alignment, horizontal alignment, we need to make it to the right, and then display format 0.00 semicolon. minus 0.00. But if someone would like to display a bracket instead of minus, so you can remove the minus and just put bracket like this. But generally we do minus, enter. So this setting is done to display data, column data in this format. So right hand side 00 we have given and two decimal points. Two decimal point was by default here, as you could see. Now close, save this. Now what we will be doing here is first the header alignment will be giving to the right hand side columns, or even if you it's better to give it again here. If you are not giving, then better to give it, so there should not be any issues. So the columns of 0 here, when you say dot header alignment horizontal is equal to, now if you see, double click, select this, press F11 key, the alignment value you see here, TA right justify. Just copy this one and just say right justify. Now we are creating one column at a time. Now this currency item, whatever we have created, this we need to assign to these columns and not these first three columns. So we have already given the condition here, as you could see, only for numerics. Okay, so you can say here do setup for numeric columns in the grid. I think this is what. Okay, fine. Now we need to assign that cur edit item to the respective column. So you can say here repository item is equal to cu cur edit. Now for the footer summary also we need to specify. So what we can do it, columns we need to copy and just say footer alignment horizontal. This should also to be the right hand side, because as I said, if we are just specifying to the column doesn't mean that we are applying to the footer. We need to specifically exclusively specify for the footer. This is a header and this is a footer. Now I'm sorry, now the header we have given. So header, if you see here, see this, the header part is coming here like this, right hand side. So we can just make it to the TA center. Instead of right justify, we can say center, TA center. So header will be displayed in the center part. Header in the sense this part, this part. This we have already covered for the currency edit. Inside the currency edit, like this. And this is what we are assigning to the respective numerical columns only. So this part is done first. Now what we need to do here is we need to work out for the footer summary. Now as I said, we need to link the footer summary column item to the respective columns, and we also need to specify the format for the footer summary 0.00 and minus 0.00. Again we need to specify what kind of operation result should be displayed inside the footer. So summation we need to do it, and I think that's it only. And the linking we need to do it. So first linking part we will finish. So we can say setup column properties. We are setting up column properties, and now uh, do linking do linking of column with footer summary. We need to say here like this. Now what we will be doing for that, we just need to say data controller dot summary dot now what we need to do here, footer summary items. So as you could see here, footer, yes, footer summary items dot items. Now don't confuse here saying that, I would let you know this is a footer summary items and dot items of this index. Now you could see here, see this is the index here. So you need to specify that index. So what we are going to do here is the footer summary item dot these items of this, we are going to link to this column. So how to link? So the current column index like this dot item link. Now you just need to link to the respective column. That's it. Because you see here is I count, here is I count. The index will also same this and this. As I said, you are creating the columns index, sorry, footer summary items you are creating, but you are linking only for this. So only for this it will be displayed, else it won't be displayed. As you are seeing here, you are creating the footer summary item. See, you are creating for all the columns. You are not specifying inside this condition. You are creating here. So that is the reason when you are creating this column, you are creating footer summary item also here. The reason you are not seeing data here is you are not doing linking this item, footer summary item with this column. That is the reason. If you are creating the index here first time, the index will start as a 0. So you need to make sure that when you are creating a specific items here within the condition, say for example, if we are putting this code inside this condition, then index will be different. Index won't be I count. It will be starts with the 0. Then this will vary, this will vary. So please make sure this point. Now we need to specify the format as well. So just copy entire code as it is. Just say format. And the type is string here. So the format will be, as you know, 0.00 semicolon minus 0.00. You can give the bracket as well also here. Now we need to specify what type of operation. So the operations are 5 operations, as I said, minimum, maximum, summation, count and average. So for that you need to say kind and is equal to what are the kinds are available. So just click here kind and say F1. So you can see TCX data summary item kind display here. See, these are the kinds: none, summation, minimum, maximum, count, average. We need to have sum, so just say sk sum. CX custom data. So I think we need to have this as well. So you need to specify sk sum here. Yep. CX edit repository item. So I think we need to specify also CX custom data. Then only the Delphi will recognize what exactly the SK sum means. If it is not, then you will be getting that error. Okay. Now we have come to till this point. Now we need to specify the position. The position, what exactly the position means, I will let you know. Copy this part. Just say position is equal to. Now just click on position, say F1. we need to just search here data summary item dot position. You see, you have two values here. One is a group and one is a footer. Now what is a position? Position is nothing but, just would like to show you here, this is a ESP group, means when you are creating a group summary, that time the position will come here, and this is a ESP footer. If you just look at ESP group, ESP footer, so as you see, this is a group, it is created, and this is a group summary, ESP group, and this is a footer. So we just need to say there ESP footer. Just see if we are missing something. CX custom data only, yeah, so not an issue. So this part, up to this part we have come. Now what we need to do, we just need to say that apply best fit here. Once everything has been done, so we can just say apply best fit, or you can say after this also here apply best fit. Control F9, we are compiling, it's compiled successfully. Now just try to run this. Since I have Avast antivirus, so it will take a little bit of time, so please bear with me. As you could see the data in front of you, this is what exactly we are looking for. Year month, as you see here, here, and 25th, this one as well, and this one as well, if you see. Right, the first part we have cleared. Now the final part, we need to do the summary part, group summary part. Now if you see here, this is a group by box property is true, that's why it is coming, so we need to make it to false. So, and I think one more thing what we have forgotten is that this SK sum we are doing for the columns which are numeric columns, but what about which are not numeric columns? So you need to say saying that if they are not numeric columns, just say else. For them, do nothing, just say sk none. That's it. Now the group by box, click here, come here, and the group by box property, you see here, because you can drag and drop any column or I think band, I'm not sure, but I think you can also do it. Just make it to false, because group we are doing dynamically here. Now as we have done for the footer summary, the same for the group also, group summary. So you just need to copy everything and put it in the beginning, doesn't matter before or after, but do linking column with the group summary. There is only some small change we need to make here. Copy this part, and when you say here group, so you need to just say group summary items. So before we have seen for the footer, so it was a footer summary items, but for the group summary it is a group summary items, and with here if you see, this is a index is also coming, so you need to say index 0. That's it, because I count is not required. Why it is not required, we'll let you know. So the entire code will be as it is. So what you need to do, you just need to cut and paste. Where? Here. That's it. It's very easy. That's why I kept this summary part after. Now what we need to do here is that we are going to do the summary, group summary, on the column number 0. This is, so we need to specify that as well in the beginning itself. So once we are clearing the columns, so here once you have created the column, so after that you can say columns of 0 dot group index is equal to 0. Sorry, you need to say, so this will make the grouping based upon the column number 0 here. Okay, now once that has been done, what we need to do here is we also need to create the group summary items. But before that, one second, we are going there. I think, yeah, we have already checked out our data. We need to go for the summary. So you can say here specify group summary column index. So this is a column 0 will be the group index. If it is -1, just press F1, click on group index. I would show you what exactly the group index is. So you can see here, this is a property group index. So group index is only implemented in table and banded table views. Use the group index property to group data by column views current column. If group index is set to -1, then the data is not grouped by the column. It means it has been done with the column. Otherwise, group index specifies the position of the column amongst the other group columns. This is what. So by default, it is a -1. So for what we are doing here is that for the column we are grouping based upon the column 0 and specifying 0, because my default value is -1. If you just see once again here, the default value of the group index property is -1. If the group index is set to -1, then the data is not grouped by the column. So for the 0th column, we are doing this grouping based upon the 0th column and activating using the 0th value like this. Now since we are creating the footer summary, we also need to create, we'll be copying here, we'll create footer summary item, you can say. Like this. Now how to create a footer summary, it's just easy. As we have seen, there was a index here, so you also need to do the same thing here. So what you would be telling here, group summary item, group summary items, and just you need to specify 0, because you will be creating a group summary based upon the 0th column. So you are creating group summary item as a 0. I think just let us check it if we have done something. List index out of bound 3. I think something we have missed out. So group summary items 0 we have added here, and then I count. Just put the breakpoint and check it. Oh, sorry. I think you need to just say dot add. We forgot to do that. Now just run it. See, as you could see here, year, month, 7,000, this one, it's coming, but the data is not coming like this. See, still year month column is also displaying here. See, year month here, year month here. So this year month should not be displayed. So just make this column 0, visible, false, and this expansion has to be done default, by default. So how we could do it? We can do it here as well. We could say columns of 0 dot visible is equal to false. Sorry. And then we need to say saying that options view dot, I think we need to do expanding of that view. We need to expand that view, and then we need to say that okay, this expansion needs to be true. So the view data, sorry, not options view, we need to say view data. This is nothing but grid view dot view data dot, you can say expand, and you see here a boolean value is required here. So when you say expand, you need to say true. Same it is as it is now. Let's try to run it. Yep. See, only year month here it is coming, here it is not coming, and the data. Now let us check with this value. First go here. The values are same. This, and this. Now just try to keep it here, little bit like this, and see. 7,700, 7,000, 7,700, 7,000, 77700, same. 9,900, 9,000, sorry, 90,000, it's a 70,000, 90,000, 900, 9,000, all are same. So this is what I was talking about. So it's very easy. We did it in dynamical way. Because why we did dynamical way? Because if you see, it's a payroll program. So different organizations, they have number of components. The component varies. So you need to create these columns dynamically. So when you are creating dynamically, you need to do the code also dynamically. So I think this is what I was talking about. Hope you have enjoyed, and you got some good ideas on group summary and footer summary of the quantum grid. You could also, I would also welcome your suggestion, your queries, your clarifications, your discussion with me. Just ping me on my mail ID as I shared with you. It's a visualsoft@gmail.com. I'll be sharing this Word file with you, database schema and insert statements of these records with the including with the code snippet. Thank you so much for your patience. Goodbye.